Welcome to Two Hotties and a Naughty, a podcast about life's little victories, hotties, and constant disappointments, naughties. Here are your hosts, Michael Beck, Hicks, and Dwight Slappe.
Welcome to Two Hotties and a Naughty. I'm Dwight Slappe.
I'm Michael Beck.
And I'm Hicks.
First hottie this week. A lot of choices, but I went with the most generic summer thing we could possibly go for. What is your hottiest vacation destination? Now, this could be somewhere you've been or somewhere you dream of being. Mine's a little half and half, a little from column A, a little from column B, because my choice is beautiful New Zealand. Now, I have been to New Zealand as a kid, part of one of those scam student ambassador programs where you still had to pay full price for a vacation. But they made it sound educational, and you went with 30-some kids. Yeah, I did that. It's called People to People Student Ambassador Program. And when they sent you the invitation in the mail, it sounded so exclusive. Like, I can't believe they invited me to this, until you got to school the next day and discovered everybody got that letter. Yep.
Everybody dropped that paycheck, that big check. You're invited. You're invited. Come on.
I went to Australia and New Zealand. I'd always wanted to go to Australia and New Zealand. So we did a lot of fundraising and came up with the money for me to go. And I just fell in love with New Zealand. I only went to the North Island, though, which is where Auckland is. It's a beautiful sailing community. It's a very metropolitan area, Auckland. Now, if you've ever seen any of the Lord of the Rings movies, all of those beautiful hills and landscape, that's all the South Island, and I didn't see any of that shit. So I would like to go back and explore the South Island. And also, I did North Island when I was 14. I would like to go back as an adult and not have it so structured, you know?
Yeah. I would love to go. I was going to ask if you saw any hobbits, but you didn't go to the South Side, so...
Hobbits live on the South Side, man, on the wrong side of the tracks. That's where the hobbits live.
That's right.
So, how much of your trip did you spend with Sam Neill?
Just less than half, which, looking back, is a big disappointment.
That's not enough. That's not enough.
Half of it was in Australia, and it was just me and Paul Hogan the entire time. And he was specifically with me, and I said, "This is a great privilege, Sir Paul Hogan. But there are like 29 other students that you could be spending time with." And he's like, "No, something special about you." That was exactly how he sounded. He really...
How many shrimp did you guys throw in that Barbie?
Prawns. We threw prawns on the Barbie.
Oh, sorry.
Because that's what they fucking call shrimp.
That's right.
Also, that I believe that is part of our official Two Hotties and a Naughty canon, that prawns are prawns and not shrimp. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I learned these things from the great Paul Hogan, who has definitely been in films that aren't named Crocodile Dundee.
I know other Australian actors.
That'll be
Mel
the rest
Gibson.
of the segment. Let's name Mel Gibson. Nothing
Nicole
wrong
Kidman,
there.
right? Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman. Russell Crowe.
Oh, yeah, Russell Crowe. All right.
Melanie Linsky's from New Zealand.
Have we named Paul Hogan yet?
So nice, we got to name him twice.
Yahoo Serious. There we go.
There it is.
Yeah.
Now,
Remember
you joke. Yahoo Serious was huge when I went to Australia. Like, it was his peak moment.
Hey, yeah.
At that point, we thought Yahoo Serious was going to, like, Paul Hogan. I'm sorry, what was that? Our producer Sullivan said what? He says Russell Crowe's from New Zealand. Now, I've met people from Australia and people from New Zealand, and he definitely comes across as someone from Australia. I don't know
Take that
what
how
you
you
can
will.
glean off of that description, but he definitely comes off as someone from Australia.
All right. Our producer
it's
Sullivan is
it's
telling us that
beautiful.
he is New Zealand born, so he probably grew up in Australia, maybe.
Of course he did. Yeah. But New Zealand's a beautiful country. People were incredibly nice. And I'd really like to go back there one day. Beck, what about you?
That sounds great. I would also love to visit Australia or New Zealand, but I'm going to pick a place where I don't have to spend 10,000 hours on an airplane. I may actually have already talked about this on the show. My favorite vacation destination with my wife Crystal and me is Savannah, Georgia. Savannah is one of my favorite cities in the world. It is very beautiful. It's very walkable. They have a great beach called Tybee Island. There are lots of great restaurants. But my favorite thing is just really to walk around the city of Savannah and see the many weirdos and beautiful things and people, and just experience a real beautiful weirdo place.
It's supposed to be very haunted, right? Savannah's supposed to be spooky haunted?
There are many tours about haunted things. I don't think we've ever been on one of those tours. But
because you wouldn't sleep at night.
I will say as a retired history teacher, I often become enraged when I overhear any of the tours being delivered as I walk around town, because it's always either obviously just a historical cornpone bullshit, or it's something like, oh, and if you'll notice these smaller homes behind the main house, this is where the servants lived. And I have to go, and every time I make that executive choice of whether I should ruin these upper middle class white people's holiday or not, and every time I make the wrong decision and go, no, I'm just going to keep walking and ignore them. I know, yeah.
That's what you were built to do, Beck. You were built.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All that potential, just letting it go to waste.
I know, like
fury.
I assume that my negligence in Savannah is what has brought us to this very sorry state of contemporary political affairs we're in as a nation.
That's
that was your chance for that butterfly effect.
You have everything it takes to be an anti-whitewashing Terminator.
Instead, you're just part of the system, man.
You're right. Yeah. Well, I'm going to need to get one of those captain's hats to wear. I'll the millionaire on Gilligan's Island, and and that's it. Then everything is complete. Then I can yell at whoever I want to in our society.
Then you can blend in with those hoity-toity upper middle class rich white people or whatever.
Yes.
And they just think you're one of them. And then you start dropping truth bombs left and right.
Yes. You can be the reality wolf in sheep's clothing. You could just be out there waiting like, nope, not true. Nope, as a matter of fact, not servants.
And I know you're
not servants.
I know you're going to be wearing a linen suit doing this.
Yes. You can even.
This is also true. What breaks my heart is knowing that the monkey's paw style end of the story is me being a right-wing dentist in suburban Houston. That's where this ends.
Is that like you become okay? In a similar way where I started to like Billy Joel ironically, and then I really started to like Billy Joel, then you will make this transition.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
It's in too deep. It's like those cops that go deep undercover, and you can't escape the game. You fall in love with it. That's you.
Slice. What's your dream vacation?
Man, see, I'm torn between whether I go like reality where I've been or where I want to go, because New Zealand sounds dope. That's always been on my bucket list, and hopefully I do that someday. But in San Diego, I leaned that, but I've never been. And now my wonderful wife Autumn, she is from San Diego, so I will be going there sometime in the very near future, hopefully. But I think I got to go with reality, what I know, and I think my go-to, I like Charleston, South Carolina. Not I'm not. I grew up on that Myrtle Beach jam. No, I've kind of my palate's a little more refined now. Nothing, not to poo-poo on those who still love their Myrtle Beach. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just I need a little more laid
Yes,
back.
there is.
Daddy's old now. Daddy just needs. Well, I'm too old for that stuff that goes on up at Myrtle Beach. So,
So,
All that
Slice, I like that
cockfighting.
you and I have. I like that Slice and I have essentially named the same place.
right, exactly. I was like, whew. He said Savannah. It's really the same thing. So I'm trying to think of how maybe I should have went San Diego, but but Charleston. I love Charleston. I like Isle of Palms. It's beautiful, just very chill. I mean, there's so many, cool nightlife down there, great restaurants. You could see some celebrities. You got Danny McBride. He lives down there. He has a house, right? I'm pretty sure it's on Isle of Palms. Bill Murray. He has a restaurant down there. Went and checked that out last year. Bill, you need to get down there and fix that restaurant. Love you, Bill. That restaurant, wasn't the best. I won't name any names though, Bill, out of respect to you, and all the joy you've brought me. I'm not going to name it, but get it in gear,
So
my
far, you make
friend.
this sound magical, Slice.
What? Danny McBride strolling around, that would be magical. But no, people are very nice.
If you get bored with celebrity restaurants in Charleston, drive on down to Savannah, where popular celebrity Paula Deen has a restaurant. Everyone remember incredibly racist Paula Deen?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah.
still healing from all that butter. But yeah, I got a great Paula Deen cookware set from Walmart for Black Friday one year. I'm still gonna. Who knows what carcinogens have flaked off into my body from that set?
Well, mostly,
yeah.
with every little bite, you're more hateful.
Right. That's what they said it was Teflon, but it was really hatred that it was coated in. But no, I just think Charleston's. I went on a ghost tour in Charleston. It was a carriage drawn ghost tour, so the worst kind. The tour guide, he got really defensive. Whenever we said like,
Fuck, it's a ghost.
Yeah. Right? he like whenever we're like, we're coming down from West Virginia, and he was just like, oh, okay. And then he had to it was his mission to be like, everybody had slaves. Everybody had slaves. And I was like, dude, what? What? There are kids here. Why are you going on about this stuff for? This is terrible. Like, why? Like,
Wait, was this Beck?
Yeah, Beck, he had so much potential, but he went off to the. Oh.
Can I say we
Sullivan,
just had our phones? I think Beck's phone just went off, and the reason it went off is because Sullivan had to text us a picture of himself next to Danny McBride to show us how much they looked alike, which will now go on our Instagram, but that's why the show was disrupted.
Heavens. Yeah, that's wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's legit. It's legit.
Yeah.
You could be on the beach and you think it's Danny McBride, but really it's Michael Sullivan.
Welcome back, everyone. In classic Michael Beck hottie fashion, Dwight stole my segment idea. My hottie idea was going to be, hey, I show up at your door with $5,000 on Friday. What's the hottiest place you take your special lady for the weekend? But that's all. That's all gone now. And I'll do it in a couple more weeks in the future when we all forget that we've talked about favorite vacations. So instead, I've been inspired by our producer Sullivan's resemblance to Danny McBride.
That's the one.
Yes, his relationship to Danny McBride. And I would like us to all name our hottiest celebrity doppelganger. And This is, I can tell this is getting a mixed reaction from the boys. My hottiest celebrity doppelganger is Joey Fatone of music.
This is all worth it. I don't care. I don't care about that poo-poo look on Dwight's face. This is worth it. Do tell. Go on.
Well, I'm just realizing now we are again in an audio format, and I've chosen a topic that makes us talk about a physical resemblance to someone. But if you
Theater of the
imagine,
mind.
we will put side by sides on our Instagram. Okay, we will do this.
All we have to do is comb through the years and find a picture of boy band clutch supporting singer Joey Fatone at his fattest, and that's pretty much what I look like.
Yeah, I would have never pulled Joey Fatone for you, but now that you say it, I mean,
yeah.
I mean, there's definitely something there.
There is.
And Joey Fatone's a good-looking dude.
Yeah. No, I'm delighted to have such a unproblematic, at least that I know of, celebrity doppelganger. You know, it's a lot better than looking like, I don't know, one of the various evil or perverted men I could look like. So
I'm going to say this, even though there's really no nice way to say this. You and Joey Fatone both carry a little bit of weight really well. Just a little bit of extra guy, really well. It fits your build. It makes sense for you.
Thank you. Yes, yeah. That extra weight. That extra weight provides essential buoyancy when we're in the pool. We both like to hang out in the pool, I imagine, a lot. So, yeah.
Fatone reads pool. Yeah, for sure. Did you know? You know, Joey Fatone had a burger place. Do you know this? And it was called Fat Ones.
Very good. Very good. Yeah.
Nice wordplay.
Yeah. That's some fine wordplay there. I noticed he didn't send me any checks from royalties for Fat Ones.
Well, you won't show up for those restaurant openings that you've been hired to go to as his double.
He paid you to show up and be his double so he can sleep in on the weekend.
When he Ozzy Canseco's you.
This sounds like a great way to make a quick $40 every weekend. Just showing. Let's be realistic. $25 every weekend. Yeah.
You get 50 if you pull off if a fan's there and says, "Hey, Joey, can you do the dance move from Bye Bye Bye?" If you actually do it, Joey's going to give you that extra, 25. It'd make it an even 50 for you.
So it sounds like just the $25 for me then.
Right. Yeah.
No, what you do is you act like you're about to do the dance and then you say you pulled something. So you at least get you tried. You tried to do it.
And I can file a workers' comp claim.
Yep.
Take that, Fatone.
That's right. Who's the fat one now?
Drive your mom and pop sandwich business out of business. But I'll have a better thing to shout at you, to menace.
This is a great transition because Slice obviously looks like Jay-Z Chazé.
Right, exactly. Well, really, to be fair, I think that, one doppelganger is not enough for me. So no one entity can, possess all this. So I'm really a hybrid between two. The first of which is action movie star Jason Statham. You'll have to watch our YouTube so you can see me in all my glory. But to round that out, with my, just the way I pull off this bald look and everything, Dave Attell would be the other half of it. So you take Dave Attell and Jason Statham and you mash them together. Pretty much personality-wise and everything. You've got me right there. That's it.
Slice,
Pathetic
I think there was
life or action movie star.
I think there was a fork in the road in your life where you could have either looked just like Jason Statham or just like Dave Attell, and you just wandered into the wilderness between the two.
Kept walking right down the middle. I went the road less traveled, my friend. So many ticks in that path.
I do not want to become a podcast where three white men talk about comedy, but I do have to make just a quick little sidebar and say Dave Attell has had a recent comedy special, I think, on Netflix, and I don't know, the last year or two. And I watched it. It was very funny. But one of the things I was really impressed by is what a skilled crafter of jokes he is. Like, he's clearly a very dedicated writer. Like, everything in his bits are just, there is never a word or movement or look that's unnecessary. Like, it's all, really, the craft of it is just beautiful. You know?
Yeah, and he spawned a whole generation of wildly varying successful clones after him.
Yeah.
Like, he's so influential, but no one has been able to really be Attell's other than Attell. His show Insomniac, do you guys remember Insomniac on Comedy Central, where he would just go to towns and late night he would go to the bar locations? He did that in Charleston, West Virginia, where I grew up. And the end of that episode, where does he end up? He ends up at a LAN party hosted by a guy I went to high school with. If that tells you anything about the thriving nightlife of Charleston, West Virginia.
Charleston.
It's about
so rowdy.
6 nerds in a room playing computer games together. That's where Attell ended up. I hate this question. Yes, I hate it. Especially when I was a little heavier and my beard was crazier and I had long hair, I got Zach Galifianakis all the fucking time, to the point where it was obnoxious. I would get it once a day. But I think I'm aging into Michael McDonald. I think I'm slowly aging into Michael McDonald. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a great one. Forget. You gotta work on that. There it is.
Taking it to the streets.
Embrace that yacht rock resurgence.
Yeah, but I've lost a little weight, and I'm not as puffy as I used to be, so I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't think I look like Galifianakis as much as I used to.
Galifianakis, who has also lost weight, but your looks have diverged more as you've both lost weight, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think to me, you look like you could be almost like that third brother of like Luke and Owen Wilson, kind of like that.
Oh, thanks.
You know,
the one that was in Rushmore, as the gym teacher.
They have one. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
I don't know. Okay, the fourth brother, then the one that they feed fish heads up in the attic.
The one that's not quite right.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's Dwight Wilson. We don't talk about him.
I tell you who else I got when my beard was longer. I got Rasputin.
So, I can see it.
That's just because of your 14-inch Johnson, Dwight.
Charleston's greatest love machine right there.
People wouldn't even know about it, but I fish with it.
Every once in a while, just beat Russian noblemen to death with it. Just...
All right, welcome back. So I'm going to round things out with the naughty for the week. And you know me, I either like to make it about food or something topical. So in honor of the new Superman movie just coming out, mine is going to be, what is your naughtiest superhero movie? So just a real turd, just something not good that you'll never get that time back that you invested in watching it. Now, I haven't seen the new Superman yet, so this is by no means me saying it's bad or anything.
It's great.
That's all I've heard is it's just excellent, unless you turn on a certain news station and they don't want to hear about immigrants. But anyways, yeah. So, and also coming up later this month is the new Fantastic Four. However, 10 years ago, a real turd was laid, and that was the other Fantastic Four, that middle Fantastic Four, because there was even one before that. But that one, the one more recent one in 2015, that was a special kind of bad. It sucked. And I don't even know, like, there were certain movies that I couldn't include in this just because I hadn't watched them because I knew they were so bad going into them. But this one I actually tried to watch on more than one occasion, and I would doze off during it. So, yeah, it was just terrible all the way around. First off, you didn't include Herbie.
It's got a great cast. It's got a great cast, too.
Yeah, the cast was good. It had so much potential. And I thought, okay, this could make up for that last Fantastic Four, which was just very vanilla. But no, it was awful. It tried to, I don't even know what happened, but from obvious like reshoots and things like that, where you'd be in a scene and then here's Kate Mara with her regular hair. No, now it's Kate Mara wearing a wig, obviously. Oh, Miles Teller just grew facial hair and he hasn't even gone through this experiment or whatever that's going to turn him into Reed Richards. Well, he is Reed Richards, but turn him into Mr. Fantastic. But no, it was terrible.
Thank you for that clarification.
Yes, I know. Sorry. Yeah, like freaking
if I'm remembering correctly, it's only like 90 minutes too. Like there was a whole other movie that they cut out of that movie.
Yeah, and that's what I've heard too. I mean, I've heard like a number of things. I heard that the director, Josh Trank, he showed up like high and drunk all the time and like
allegedly.
Allegedly. Now, so and that like Kate Mara was like in tears and just nobody liked being there. So that's a problem, especially because, the Fantastic Four to me, like in the comics, they're family. They were fun, family. They just, it's a great
Wait
thing.
a second. Slice, I'm certain you have people in your family who show up drunk and high all the time.
Well, yeah. But in a good way.
Just look in the mirror, Slice. Just look in the mirror.
I don't bring anyone to tears most of the time I don't. But yeah, like one of the things that really sticks out about that movie too was whenever like Ben Grimm, the thing is like a kid, his older brother beats him and says it's clobbering time before he beats him. So why would you use your childhood trauma to then make it your catchphrase when you're beating bad guys? It is a horrible, horrible concept. The guy must have been high when he thought that was a good idea. Terrible movie.
My friends recently was telling me about his kid who's, I don't know, in like second or third grade, who has another little boy in the class who has decided that now is the time to start just screaming out, "It's choking time," and just start wailing on the kid at random, which of course on the one level is very sad and disturbing. On the other hand, that's a goddamn comedy goldmine right there. It's choking time, boys. Sorry for that detour.
See, we have to hold on to "it's choking time" for when one of us really just shits the bed with a joke.
Right? So at least 12 times an episode, you're going to hear "it's choking time."
Slice, I thought long and hard about this when you brought it up, and there are so many things I could say. But my instinct is to say that they have made two rebooted Hellboy movies that don't star Ron Perlman. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Ron Perlman is a national treasure. He was born to play Hellboy. And if you keep making Hellboy movies, you got to put Ron Perlman in them.
No Ron Perlman,
the first
no
Hellboy movie is one of the greatest superhero movies ever made. It's a Guillermo del Toro movie. It's beautiful. It's action-packed. It's great. But first they tried David Harbour. I love David Harbour. He's great. But he's not Hellboy. And then this past year, they came out with like this low-budget, sort of more horror-based Crooked Man movie that was unwatchable to me. Just absolutely unwatchable. I need that Perlman charm to carry Hellboy.
Absolutely. Ron Perlman is one of a kind. And yeah, those are too big of boots to fill and you can't do it. David Harbour, like you said, excellent. Love that guy. But he's not Hellboy. He's not Hellboy.
And again, I have a whole list. We should let Beck go first, and then I can give my runners up and we can all give our runners up after Beck gives his answer.
So the keen listener of the show, the dedicated listener, will know that we're primarily a food and healthcare podcast. And what the listener will know for sure as well, and I will support them in this knowledge, is we are not one more goddamn superhero podcast. Enough of those exist. There are enough of those. And the naughtiest superhero movie is every fucking one of them. I have had enough. And we can talk about a specific. I've selected a specific one. But this is something that I don't know if just it's the general way that the universe has broken my brain in the last 10 years. I don't know if it's just that I'm a middle-aged man now, so I have to hate anything good and fun that a young person might enjoy. But I've really turned hard against superhero movies. The specific one I'll single out for naughtiness is Batman Begins. Batman Begins, yeah. And I get this look. I know Batman Begins is sort of one of the foundational films of the current superhero renaissance. But Batman Begins is long. It's far too dark and drudgery laden. It has no sense of humor. The villains suck. Ra's al Ghul, dumb superhero villain. Scarecrow, dumb superhero villain. And they're also both like third tier villains in the Batman. What's it called? His gallery of goons, or
Rogues. His rogues gallery.
Yes, his rogues gallery.
Jesus
there we go.
Christ.
It's terrible, and also it glorifies fascist vigilantism, which, if we've learned anything in the last 20 years in this country, we probably should be glorifying that less. And I know I can't place all of this burden on Christopher Nolan's beefy shoulders, but there we go. End of angry rant.
That, folks, is what scorched earth looks like on that hot take. What do you think about Gary Oldman as old Commissioner Gordon?
Gary Oldman is Commissioner Gordon. Fine. Great. Yeah. Good.
You redeemed yourself a little bit there, Beck. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, Gary Oldman is good in everything. So that's...
So is Katie Holmes.
We haven't even talked about Katie Holmes stinking up the joint. Yes, thank you. Yeah. God, there are way too many plot lines in that movie. My God. Oh, and what's his name?
There's one plot line in that movie. There's one plot line.
Batman is beginning. Okay.
Batman was rescued by the League of Shadows, or assassins, depending on what you're reading at that moment. The Scarecrow is working with Ra's al Ghul. God, I know you hate nuance. Plus, if you don't have that one, you got to have that one to set up Bane in the third one.
Mm-hmm.
I will. I'll admit I've not seen the third one. I've seen some pieces of it, but I've definitely not seen it all the way through.
Goodness gracious! Oh man!
I mean, I would think. I mean, just you enjoy Christopher Nolan as a filmmaker, correct?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. You have. What's your favorite Christopher Nolan film?
Batman Begins.
Damn it, let's look at the polls now. What is your hottiest low-key quality about yourself? Being good with service workers. One, that poll. What's your hottiest pasta shape? Radiatori one.
Yes.
And what's the naughtiest?
Who even said radiatori? I can't even remember.
That was the guy that brought it up.
Damn it.
And what was your naughtiest prank? Organizing a fake Mortal Kombat tournament. It gets 2 wins for Slice. And if you would like to know what those things beat in the polls, please listen to last week's podcast.
Mm-hmm. And follow us on Instagram and other socials as well.
And Blue Sky and LiveJournal.
Yeah,
all the good
MySpace. Put us in your top 8. We'll be sure to shout you out.
write to me via the U.S. Postal Service.
Sincerely, thank you for listening, and we'll be here again next week.
Yep. So until then, have a great week.
Good night, everybody. We love you.
Thank you for listening. This has been Two Hotties and a Naughty, a podcast about life's little victories and constant disappointments, as hosted by Michael Beck, Hicks, and Dwight Slappe. Editing and production by Michael Sullivan. Our theme is Handel's Entrance of the Queen of Sheba for two oboes, strings, and Continuo allegro, as performed by the Advent Chamber Orchestra. Crystal Howe speaking.